to this evening's session. But has that victory against James Wade blown away the cobwebs? Are we now to see the dominant force on the Euro Tour back to his best? Or was that just one swallow? Maybe not a sign. Suljovic is certainly back and firing, playing wonderful stuff. He's averaging more than 100 for the tournament. Couldn't do it last weekend at this stage of the tournament, the European Darts Grand Prix. He was beaten 7-1, but he did miss a lot of doubles, Mensur. He missed an opportunity in the early part of that game to get a stranglehold on it and put MVG under pressure. And what we have seen,
ladies and gentlemen, first leg, Michael to throw first, game on!
Let's get it underway. It's a best of 13 legs, first to 7 in the semi-finals. Chris Murphy alongside me for Mensur Suljovic taking on Michael van Gerwen.
94.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see if Michael van Gerwen does carry on where he left off after that quarter-final win against James Wade. Much made.
80.
He hadn't averaged in 3 figures for a dozen matches. MVG ended that run with that victory against the machine.
57.
Like I said, look at his tournament average coming into this. It's 92. His first 9 average isn't even 97. There you see. Checkouts have still been decent, but those figures are boosted by that very, very impressive display against James Wade.
30 legs he's played, Michael van Gerwen, and he's only recorded 3 scores. 70 or more. How often do you see that?
Well, it's strange, but as I say, is he back? Is that match just the blue touch paper being lit? You're expecting Mensur Suljovic to play like he's done all the way through the weekend.
137.
Fresh from the win at this stage last weekend, 7-1, but there wasn't much in the averages between the pair. Although what does look ominous for Mensur, it has been a bit of a hammering for the last 3 times he's met Michael van Gerwen. 11-4 at the World Series in the semi-finals last year, an Autumn Series final. He was beaten 8-1.
58.
Michael require
114.
Tops.
74. Mensur, you require 126.
A big part of that win against Ratajski, Mensur's highest checkout of the tournament so far. Can he repeat the trick?
Doesn't like it. Needs the treble. So that first dart made it awkward. Maybe it did.
54. Michael, you require 40.
Double 10 then. Double 5.
35. Mensur, you require 72.
Michael van Gerwen.
Well, let us see. He did start a little slowly against Wade, and then he got into his stride. Oh, that's a poor dart. Now the 17s. Now it's double 8s. He's rescued it.
56.
Cannot close it out.
Michael, you require 5.
Just in the 1.
Game show on the first leg.
2. Something that has bothered Michael van Gerwen is playing against slower players in this tournament. James Wade didn't get the memo, did he? Because he was quite rapid in that match.
Matters Rasmussen and Andy Hamilton very methodical. Taking time to even stepping up to the option, let alone getting on with their business.
59.
Will be inconsistent in the time he takes between visits.
Mensur Suljovic is not a guy who has a set pace. There's lots of different paces. When he wants to be quick, he can be pretty quick. That's not it's no slouch, that visit, is it?
$96.
The Austrian opened this leg with his 10th 180 of the tournament. Puts him in a very commanding position in it.
140.
I mentioned all those defeats to MVG at the latter stages of tournaments, but before that, Suljovic did, of course, defeat Michael Van Gerwen to win a European Tour event.
In his home city of Vienna. Significant one. Mensah said after that he felt like he could even become world champion if he can do that.
Can he do this?
Game Charles Sanger. Third leg, Michael.
Mile back in that leg.
96.
Both men have survived match starts to be here. Andy Hamilton got one against Michael Van Gerwen in that slog of a game that kicked off today's action here in Riesa. It's fair to say that the stuff we've seen since then has been a lot more explosive.
58.
None more explosive than that contest we've just seen between Mensah and Ratajski, where Ratajski missed 5 darts to knock out the Austrian.
100.
Of course, Mensah's won this title before. It was his first PDC title. On this very stage, beat Kim Huybrechts, survived match darts in that final. And Gerwen, this is one of the few Euro Tour events that he hasn't won.
100.
The factor is that he hasn't turned up to a few of them, because he's usually won a handful by this time and just has the weekend off.
And we made the point earlier that perhaps one of the reasons he's
57.
to try and rediscover his form.
Looked like he'd found it in the quarterfinals. 2.5 legs into this. Not so sure.
Appearing like a one-hit wonder.
Well, still early days in the first 7 races.
He only allowed Mensah Suljovic 1 hit in that race a week ago.
140.
But the way he started against James Wade really set the tone for that match, didn't it? 1-4-3 finish.
58. Michael, we require 108. 84.
Michael Van Gerwen, some argue he's the greatest player ever. Most people, I think, agree he's right up there in the top 3. So even when he's having a bad spell of form, if you let him get on top and get ahead, and
100.
then of course, he's
Michael,
more
we
likely to
require
see him streak off into
24.
the distance and put in a big average. But if you can put him under pressure,
18.
then things could get more.
Mensah, you require 85.
Putting himself under pressure. And the pressure will be piled on if Suljovic can complete this combination. He still can.
45.
Leave, but
Michael, you require
get another
6.
go.
Moved.
No score.
Stood very central. And the 2 darts
Mensah,
that
you
were
require
beneath
40.
the bed were very central.
Tops for a break and 2-1.
Game shot the third leg. Mensah is for the first.
Throw for Mensah Suljovic.
Game on.
I don't feel confident about predicting anything with Michael Van Gerwen right now, but I will say, despite his struggles of late, he will not end with an average there. It's going to be higher than that.
58.
His check-out percentage will end up higher than that.
You would think. And Michael Van Gerwen will sincerely hope. Mensor's few victories against Michael van Gerwen did come on the Euro Tour, and a very, very significant one at the Glasgow in Sintelfingen. Going back a few years, 5 years in fact.
134.
111 and still lost.
100.
Yeah, van Gerwen.
Let's
Andy has
require
against most players
129.
a healthy record, winning 17 of their 22 previous meetings.
Need another treble.
89.
129.
Market required 127.
Slightly simpler this one. Treble for Bull. Treble. Not the ball.
Messi require 40.
Would have been a 12-dart break for Michael van Gerwen. There's been some good stuff in this, but there's been some poor stuff as well. Double 10 again, pinned it last leg. Pins it this leg, and the headbutt comes out from Mensor. He's 3-1 up.
Fighting back. Michael van Gerwen has to do something to drag up his standard. I don't know how closely Suljovic has been examining MVG's performances, but he did take
60.
a long time there to let Michael van Gerwen take in that 180.
Well, Mensor has admitted in the past that
93.
he's tried slowing Van Gerwen down, and Van Gerwen has even said it in interviews.
Yeah, well, he's actually admitted his respect for him admitting it.
Yeah, yeah.
But what was interesting is what he said after the Hamilton match, where
100.
he felt that Andy Hamilton had slowed him down, and actually Hamilton had just played his own game, and that's very different to how Van Gerwen usually reacts after a poor performance.
Whether Andy Hamilton slowed him down or not, in my personal opinion, I don't think he did. On purpose. He may have not played at his pace, but you don't have to play at your opponent's pace. You're not there to make it easy for them. The thing is, Michael van Gerwen is blaming that for his performance rather than his own failings. Now, normally, Michael van Gerwen is the first to say, I didn't play well enough. It's down to me, because he knows he has it within his power to beat everybody on the planet, because he's the best player in the world. But I don't know, he feels like that at the minute. His performances don't suggest it.
And he actually sees it as a sign of strength to say that.
Yeah.
To say it doesn't matter what you do, it matters what I do.
Marco, we require 32.
What he's doing at the minute is missing doubles because they are whacking up.
119.
And his finishing this weekend has actually been all right. He's plus 40%, which is, solid enough.
Doesn't have to find two trebles this time, Suljovic. But did need to find one.
59. Marco, we require 16. Game show on the fifth leg. Marco van Gerwen, 6 leg, Mensa
Anxious
the front
times
first.
for MVG fans here in Riesa.
Game on.
He's only 2 out of 16 on his doubles. So you're right, it has improved from that 11%.
And we were talking about how frustrating it must be for Michael van Gerwen at the moment not being able to produce his usual stuff. Is it even more frustrating having managed to do it in the quarterfinals and then failing to follow it up? There's time for him to change that in this match, of course. But what must be going through his mind right now?
I don't know. And it must be an alien feeling for him.
96.
Wins this game and wins the next one. He's the #1 seed for the European Championship, despite the fact that he's having the toughest year of his career since he became a PDC title winner.
Yeah, he has won 4 titles this year.
Including one of the big ones.
And obviously it's a very different year, but the PDC have done their best to catch up with the majority of at least the floor events that they're able to put on by hosting these mini-series where he has picked up titles, but around this time last year he'd won 15. And it is almost 8 months since Michael van Gerwen won one on a stage of any kind.
Yeah, and look at how he won that. Because he hit a 9-darter in the semi-finals of the UK Open. It was back-to-back-to-back 110 averages. He averaged 100 in that incredible final with Gerwen Price to win the UK Open once more. With his new darts, by the way, the darts were never the issue.
Yeah. And perhaps the time he was feeling like this was at the Autumn Series when he decided to change darts, won a title, and everyone's gone, oh, here's the darts, he's back. And maybe he even bought into that a little bit, but then failed to follow up. The darts were the problem there.
Yeah. And it's an annoying lead for him as well. Gone from the 19's, right thing to do, because a single 19 leaves 80, and a treble would be 1 dart to a double. But because of the Robin Hood,
he's got 99 problems.
60. Mark, we require 99.
Running repairs for MVG to see if he can repair the situation. Could be a crucial leg, this.
great dart. Double 16.
67.
It's the look of a man who can't quite believe why and how he is missing all these doubles.
Eighteens. 1 dart at the ball.
63.
Second time.
Why can we require 32?
He needs this green bit. Gets it. Look what it meant to him.
7th leg, Michael to throw first.
Well, we have a level game here.
Game on.
Irrespective of what's going on with Michael van Gerwen, what's happened to Mensur Suljovic's performance levels? Because he's 12 points off the average he'd been throwing all weekend. He'd been playing absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, it's been around 100 in each and every match.
92.
Despite 2 of them going all the way down to a last leg decider.
I mean, he was playing brilliantly last week and hit a brick wall against MVG in the semis. It's not exactly hitting a brick wall here. He only got 1 leg last week, but he's certainly not performing as he has been doing. He needs to get the old ice skates on. That little psychological trick he's been doing with his sports psychologist. Put the ice skates on, throw some darts, then take them off, throw some darts, hit everything. It's one of the tricks that's been introduced and seems to have had a positive effect on Mensur.
Well, it's better from MVG in this leg. But he's not going to be allowed much breathing space. 2 darts.
36.
2 darts missed. Suljovic has the chance to break straight back.
How long can these misses continue? Can't find his way over the top and into
60. Michael, you require 16. Game shot on the 7th leg.
You see the celebration from Michael van Gerwen. He's gone into the lead and it's a significant moment. He's won 3 legs on the spin, but he has had an astonishing number of darts at double. 1 out of 6 on double 8. 1 out of 4 on double 16. Not out of 4 shots. 10% in that corner of the board where he does so much of his work.
93.
It's missed 21 darts. The doubles in this match.
Worryingly for Mensur, he's allowed him that many darts at double.
96. 96.
Seeing a bit of everything for MVG this weekend, aren't we? His finishing was okay in the first couple of rounds, but his scoring was rubbish by his own standards. It all came together in the quarterfinals and everything was working. Here, his scoring is all right, but his finishing is woeful. He's still enough to be 4-3 up on Mensur Suljovic. Maybe not for long.
Double 10. To be honest, Dan, Gerwen may well go on to win this tournament. And okay, he played well in that quarter-final, but he'll have rid his luck if he does. And I don't think that just winning right now is enough for Michael van Gerwen. We've seen him win titles this year. He wants to perform again.
Yeah, that's true. But
100.
winning could be a very significant step towards getting back to performing at his normal levels. We're told that confidence, and he said himself that confidence is the main thing that he thinks he's lacking. I don't know, maybe there's something deeper, maybe there's a technical issue, maybe there's something we don't know about and he's not spoken about in interviews. But confidence is that weird, ineffable quality that all darts players say makes an enormous difference.
95.
It's very difficult to be confident when you haven't survived match darts and only average an 88, which is 15 points off what you normally average.
And let's not forget that he burst onto the scene as a fresh-faced 17-year-old and had, what, a 5-year confidence crisis until he started winning. And then it just rolled and gathered momentum.
99. 58.
Well, we saw him against James Wade take out a couple of these types of finishes, 1-4-4 and 1-4-3. Mensur could put him in a position here where he has to take it out. He's in danger of going behind again in this match.
100. Require 144.
His finishing has been the problem in this one, and he's not going to finish this.
44. Mensur require 107.
Halfway through the meal.
Treble 20. Well, it would have left the double 14, and Mensur just looks so dangerous on that double 14 again.
100.
But Michael van Gerwen has not looked dangerous on any double in this match.
60.
Well, the second wasn't far away after the first one flew high. Suljovic can apply the punishment here.
Game
Fine.
It is a race to 7, remember. Semi-finals have a slightly extended format.
Game on.
If Mensur can hold his throw here, he's 1 away.
'84. 93.
For a 4th maximum. That's exactly what he's got.
Excellent response from Van Gerwen, and he might well have needed it. Suljovic found his scoring at just the right time.
100.
We use averages as only a guide.
42.
We spoke about this earlier today.
Messi require
Was often in the
137.
80s and lower 90s. This could end up being the worst of the lot of the last 12 matches or so. Well, you made a great point off air. I'm going to bring on air for you. That effectively 61. What we're seeing is Michael Van Gerwen's D game repeated over and over again.
Yeah, that's it. I think we saw his normal, his B game really against James Wade.
56.
We know he can do loads better than that. He was very, very good.
Mensur
Van Gerwen is
requires
incredible.
76.
It'll be the 16s first here for Mensur Suljovic if he's going to follow his usual route this weekend. But is he? Because he's just having a little think. For tops. Okay, double top, leaves double 10.
56.
Very good to him so far in this match, Mensur Suljovic from double 10, but he can't pin it there.
Van Gerwen had his eyes fixed on the board as Suljovic completed that visit.
90.
But he's been unable
Mensur require 20.
to fix the finish.
Game shot.
Michael Van Gerwen is a leg away from being dumped out of the tournament. This is Mensur Suljovic's worst performance of the whole weekend, and it might yet be good enough to beat the #1 in the world.
Not going down without a fight. Does he have one big effort in him? One glorious purple patch?
140, guys, come on, the best of order.
And not for the first time. A referee, Russ Bray, has had to call for order this evening. And it's a privilege to be in attendance at a darts event right now, but a couple of crowd members over enthusiastic.
Yeah, quite right.
57.
Fun, but there's a darts game on here. These guys are battling it out. It means a lot. So you can see this would mean a huge amount to Michael Van Gerwen. If he could turn this around, if he could go on and win it, I'd be fascinated to know how important he rates this victory. He could be the most important of his 33, it would be. At the moment, he is struggling to get himself into the final.
He's got himself down to a double after a dozen darts and looks very likely to at least extend the match.
60, Michael, you require 32.
Wasn't happy with the grip, took it back.
Game shot on the 11th leg.
Much better leg, it's a 14 darter, and more importantly for MVG, he pinned that double at the second time of asking. And double 16, that's, by my reckoning, the first time he's hit it in the entire match. And when it's such a big part of your game, leaving 32 and then hitting it, and he's been so poor throughout this game, it's like trying to play with one arm tied behind your back. Indeed. He's making a move.
Right thing, right time. The MVG mantra. Suljovic taking a leaf out of the book.
96.
Neck and neck. If Van Gerwen can force an opportunity and take it, that's been the problem in this game. Then we go to a last leg and Van Gerwen would have the throw.
137.
The question is, can he force an opportunity? Because Mensur certainly got one.
100. Mensur required 94.
Mensur Suljovic, the winner of the International Darts Open 5 years ago, has a chance to beat Michael Van Gerwen and reach the final once again here in Riesa. And he gets match darts. Van Gerwen forced to step back to give Mensur room. Double top for the Austrian. Double 10 again.
84. Michael require 125.
Well, frustrated figure. And it could get worse. Van Gerwen. That's the referee comically.
85.
But I don't think he's laughing on the inside.
10.
Decides to split, but can he hit? To condemn Michael Van Gerwen for an entire year without a Euro Tour title, the first time that's happened since 2012. Back to double 2. And Mensur Suljovic might have blown his chance.
Michael require 40.
Tops. 10s.
Game
Now going to have a tense end. Another dramatic decider. Both men have been through this in this tournament. Both men have survived match darts in this tournament. Van Gerwen has just faced more.
Well, MVG got to the final last weekend in Sindelfingen, surviving match darts in 2 separate games. He has now survived match darts in 2 separate games this weekend. But can he get to the final, and can he put things right?
He's in the driving seat.
Come on.
He's putting his foot down.
39.
I think that was the minimum requirement for Mensur Suljovic.
82.
I think 2 trebles is the minimum requirement again, but it would get him to a finish first.
He's not going to do that. Michael Van Gerwen has a huge opportunity, but this is a match where Michael Van Gerwen has missed a boatload of doubles. He's missed 25 darts at double in this match. That score of 59 may mean he doesn't even get any more. We shall see.
Yeah, the door has been opened. Suljovic
Michael, you require 140.
taking the invitation. Can Van Gerwen slam it shut?
He might. He can. Double 10. He does! Mighty Michael Van Gerwen pulls another game out of the fire, and the world #1 survives 4 match darts to a former champion in Mensur Suljovic. It was hard work again for Mighty Mike. If you thought that the quarter-final display against James Wade showed that he was suddenly magically back to his best, I don't